Hello, folks. Welcome to Holding On with Holder, where I talk to interesting people about interesting topics. My name is Steve Holder, and I am your host. My guest this evening is Tessila Faith, U.S. Marine, author, mother, energy healer, helicopter mechanic, intuitive, and psychic medium. Welcome. Glad to have you.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Well, I really appreciate you having me. That's quite the title that you gave me.
Well, I got it off of your Facebook page, isn't it right?
You did.
Excuse me.
You did. Yes, it's all correct. I just haven't had somebody introduce me with everything before.
Oh, okay. Okay. So tell us a little bit about you. Who are you? How would you describe yourself?
Oh, man. Well, loving, patient, generous. If you want to go with some of the characteristics, my personality, I'm always happy, always smiling, caregiver, quick to help other people, always looking to heal other people, see other people smile, tell other people that they're loved. One of my biggest goals and missions in life right now is to make sure that people understand that they're loved. I came from a past where they thought that the way that they treated me was love. And as an adult, and I grew up, I had a lot of limiting beliefs and a lot of soul changes and healing that I had to do. And so it's become my passion to magnetically attract those people and spread the mission of love. Like you do not lack in any way, shape, or form. I believe that from the very beginning, we were designed with certain attributes within our subconscious mind that stated, you are love, you are abundance, you are peace, you are joy, you are happiness. And as life has happened for us, whether we grew up in a certain family, a certain situation, we have abusive connections, or maybe abusive husband or wife, we have decided to buy and sell those belief systems. And as time has gone on, we chose to believe that we were worthless, that we were unlovable, that we were a failure. And a lot of people get caught in that loop. And I can say, for one, I couldn't figure out why my patterns were happening. I kept attracting specific, certain realities, if you will, in my life. And I didn't understand why. Began to study the subconscious mind. And I came down to the subconscious mind is the hard drive to my computer, which is my conscious reality. So everything that was happening to me in my life was because I believed it as so. So I began to pull these limiting beliefs of my own and change the reality of my life. Limiting beliefs come in onion layers. You pull one, another one's going to surface, and you got to pull that one and pull that one. And eventually you get to the point of having this reality, this conscious reality, which plays out for us in the physical manifestations of this is who I am and this is what I believe. And then we start to create that success, that happiness, and that love. So who am I? I consider myself a light worker, someone with a very strong mission to impact the world with just the message of love and healing, and realizing that they don't have to stay stuck in that constant loop of why. What did I do wrong? Why am I not good enough? Why am I not loved? The thought that you have to work for something that's already yours, it just blows me away. But you don't understand, you're not going to know. Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot more to it.
I wasn't expecting all that, but that's a great answer. I love that. And I've had to overcome a lot of those beliefs that you're talking about. So it is work, and it needs to be done.
Yeah. And words are power. I mean, everything's energy. So you got to understand that it doesn't matter what you say, it's going to impact you now or later. So
I remember something really crazy I heard as a kid. I don't know if you did or not. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Have you heard that?
Yes, sir, I have.
Isn't that idiotic? I mean, we actually believed that back then.
Well, I believe it's a positive message because you allow yourself to either put that ego in front and get offended to get defensive, or you're going to step behind it and go, well, this is a reality for the person that's saying these words. Like, you're a fail. That's something I heard many times. You're a fail. If I had understood the spiritual aspect of standing back and hearing those words and knowing that that person who is telling me you are a fail was they themselves feeling like a fail and a failure. They hadn't had any success in life, and realizing they weren't projecting that at me. They were saying it, but what they were doing is they were screaming their own beliefs. If I had understood that, I would have been able to go, your words do not affect me. I see them as your reality, but there is a wall here because I do not accept, buy, or sell that belief for my own. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So sticks and stones will break my bones, but the words will never hurt me. So it like you get a spiritual or just a knowledge download of what that means. That begins to make sense. You're like, oh, now I get why they said that. They had some powerful things. So
Well, how long were you in the Marines?
oh my goodness. I was in 5 active years.
Okay.
From 2007 to 2012. I was a helicopter mechanic for HMX-1 out in Quantico, Virginia. So I worked on Frogs and Blackhawks. There was the green side and the white side. There were 2 different units, if you will, within HMX separation. So we had the green side, which was without our our Yankee white clearances, really. We had to have top secret to even get in, and then it went on from there.
Yeah.
So we would use like the VIP, the what do you call the media, and the lower class, if you will, not the presidents. The VIP type would be on the Frogs that I worked on, and they would travel with us when we had to go do something. And then you had white side. So Marine 1 is what I used to work on. Although I'm a mechanic, I worked directly with the White House. So I had my Yankee white clearances. We went on trips, traveled the world. I worked right alongside with the crew chiefs that would actually sit next to the presidents, and the stories and the trips was just amazing. So I did that for about 5 years, and then I got myself out. And then, of course, I had a few years where you sit IR, inactive ready reserves, while you're waiting. And if you get called back in, of course, you got to go back. But I was in an Indiana National Guard for a while too, working on Blackhawks, but that was probably one of the coolest experiences for being 17 years old, to be able to travel that. Oh my gosh. Man, I don't know if I'd do it again because I was really, really young, but it was an experience for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Everything I wanted to do. What's that?
It sounds exciting.
Oh, it was. And everything that I wanted to do, I ended up doing. There was not anything that I didn't accomplish.
How many people can say that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
how did you get from being a helicopter mechanic and a Marine to being a healer and intuitive and a psychic medium? That's a big leap, isn't it?
Oh, it's a massive leap. I know. And you don't, when you look at me, you don't normally think that I'm going to have that vast array of accomplishments. So when I left home at 17, I think part of me just wanted to leave home. And the other 75% of me was answering a patriotic call. So those of you that have been in the military understand that call. It's a strong call, and it's, you got to go in, do your time. And it's probably something you've done in a past life. And I went and did my time. All through that time, I was growing. I was growing up. I was maturing. I came from a sheltered home. So I was doing most of my growing up and understanding of the world in the Marine Corps. I struggled with the faith that I was raised in because it felt empty. I was raised in Christianity, and it was a bit on the what is considered fanatical, very hardcore, very sheltered, very strict. And I felt like there were pieces missing. I had questions. Something didn't line up. There was more to it. And so I went on what is called a truth search. I searched for truth to find what was mine. What did I believe in? What was I at peace with? And that's what started the journey of studying spirituality. Studying Reiki, crystals, not getting into witchcraft, but understanding how the pagan beliefs are, different ways of life. I mean, Buddhism, Hindu, Christianity. I really started digging, and I found what resonated with my soul, and that was more of the Hindu Buddhism side, peace, meditation, chakras, energy systems, how your words and thoughts impact you manifesting. And then about 2017, I started getting this very strong feeling that there was more to healing. It wasn't just simple, here's an affirmation, or, let's correct this limiting belief, or let's wear this crystal. There was more depth to it, and I wasn't sure what it was. And so during that time, I remember studying, and I came across a book. I don't even remember how I found this book. It's just one of those things that divine alignment comes, and there it is. And it was, let's see if I can get it. Oh, Theta Healing. Sorry, I brain dumped for a second. Theta Healing by Vianna Stibel. So she created a modality that's through Theta Healing. And so Theta Healing, you take your conscious level from beta to alpha. So you're going slower to theta. Theta is where you can change the subconscious mind in an instant. And when I understood that the limiting beliefs, they go from your spiritual root. Okay, so they're rooted very beginning spiritually. It's a thought. It's a belief that you've had, and it becomes a mental thought, becomes an emotion, and then it becomes a physical manifestation. By the time it becomes a physical manifestation, we go to a doctor and we say, hey, I need help here. Can you please give me antibiotics for this infection? Okay, so let's use an example. We have a sinus infection. Physical manifestation, we have a sinus infection. It started with your third eye chakra. That's an energy center right in here. Your intuition. Probably have been deciding to block yourself from doing what you know you should be doing because you're people pleasing, because you'd rather do this for that person in order to be accepted. And that's an imbalance in that chakra. So it just kind of stems its way down to a physical issue. And then we get antibiotics instead of dealing with the root issue. The root spiritual issue is I have these boundaries and I decide this for myself. So once I figured out that those limiting beliefs heal physical issues, that was it. I was so excited. I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm in love with this. This is what I'm meant to do. And I started right then digging, studying, healing myself. And it's been a journey. It's not like it just happened overnight. Although the limiting belief healing does happen overnight, I still had to find what belief it was that was creating the physical issues. Then I was healing. And the more I healed, the happier I became, the more free from the bondage and the pain, which is the whole point of doing the healing, is getting people up out of that mental loop of what's going on. What did I do? You didn't do anything. What you did was you soaked in a belief system that you had no idea you were even aware of because you were told so many times it became the norm.
Yeah.
So I can go on forever about this.
What first gave you the confidence to come out and declare that you're a healer and a psychic and a medium and all? I mean, that took a lot of courage to do that, right?
Yes, sir. It took a lot of courage and it took a lot of hurt. I'll try not to get emotional with the story. But I was raised in a very strict Christian home. I believe that they thought that they were doing the best in their teaching and teaching me what I needed to follow so that I didn't go to hell and was saved and so what. But that was the Christian belief. And I truly believe that hell is the life here we have on earth. I truly believe that we can pull ourselves up and out of that and get ourselves to heaven-like, if you will, by healing our souls. Our souls are always healing, always growing, whether you're here on earth in this third dimension reality or you die, you continue growing in the fourth dimension. So as I began to find my truth, I began to become confident, secure. This is who I am. Nothing could change that. And trust me, there's so many times people tell me, well, you're wrong. Well, first off, why do you think that you have the right to tell me I'm wrong? Because I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm listening open-mindedly to what you have to say, Steve. And I'm okay, that's cool. I might have an opinion, but I'm going to tell you you're wrong. That's not my place. I am targeted, if you will. Maybe it's a belief system that I feel I need to be targeted in order to validate what I believe. Maybe there's one right there for me. But I do have people, many people that come my way and tell me I'm wrong. And I've gotten so strong and so confident in what I believe. And I've seen the changes. I've experienced people's lives change before me through muscle testing, through the testimonials. How can I stop my work when I watch these people go from here down depths, pits, sadness, almost killing themselves, to happiness, excitement, that emotional release? They cry when they go through the healings because they're releasing that bondage. It's amazing. So once I realized all of this, and I saw the changes, and I realized how happy people were becoming and the lives that were changing, I couldn't give it up. It's my purpose in life. It is my passion to see people smile. My parents tried for many years, and they're actually my adopted family. So my adopted family tried for many years to get me to give it up. They said, well, you need to give it up. You can just give it up. I can't give it up. It is my purpose. It is my soul's calling. If I give it up, I might as well die, because I'm not living to my optimal point of impact. Whether it's one life I impact or 100,000, all I know is that I would not be living in happiness and fulfillment, success. Yeah. So I started the page Journey to Yahweh. Yahweh means God in the Hebrew language, translated to I am. So the journey to I am divinely came to me because I wanted to take people's soul center back to who they originally were when they're created. And when I opened up that website, created my book, everything started falling into place for me. I knew I couldn't give it up. So I started putting out videos. I do raw videos. I want to make sure that people see me for me, not someone on the other side of a screen who's got a perfect life and, oh, this is what you need to do. You need to buy this. You need to go there. No. Honey, I cry, I'm depressed, I deal with anxiety. Sometimes I feel alone. Maybe there's a money issue here, but I've learned to not worry and give it up and realize that I control it all. And that's a whole nother conversation with manifesting. But the confidence part of it, I went home to see my father. And my dad thinks a little bit differently than my mom. When he does get a word in edgewise, because he's a very quiet person, I tend to listen to what he says because he has a lot of wisdom. I went home to see my father when he was dying of cancer. And I sat at a table with them outside of Starbucks. And for that hour and a half that I had, most of it was me defending myself to my mom, defending who I am, what I believe, why I feel this way, why I don't live on a fear-based pathway. I live on a love-based pathway. I want to love, and I want everyone else to just feel that love. My dad said, originally my name was Becca. They named me Becca. I had some situations with them where they decided that the life that I was living was not for them, and they didn't want anything to do with me. So I switched my name back to my birth name, which was Tessila Faith. And he said, Becca, do you still claim to be a medium? And I said, yes, Dad, I do. And he said, okay, then you do what you feel is right. And I can tell you, psychically, I felt chains and bonds break. For once, all I wanted all my life at 30 years old was to just be loved and accepted for who I am. So when my father said that, and I know my father said that to me out of true point of his heart, it dropped everything. So I have even more confidence now, because regardless of the situation that my father is still living in with his wife, my mom, he spoke from his heart in that moment. Yeah. And said exactly what he felt to be the truth, even if my mom didn't agree. And that right there busted through walls. And I was like, oh my God, you accept me for me? Now I've got even more confidence. So I've been working through healing a lot of that. But It's hard not to get emotional because
Yeah, I can tell.
for years, I just wanted to be loved. And I
Yeah,
had to heal that without validation from those people that hurt me. I had to just love myself and accept myself, and the confidence that came up out of just accepting who I am through the healing. I'm okay uniquely who I am.
yeah,
I am loved for who I am. You're loved for who you are. And it doesn't matter if I accept you or not. You're unique. There is no manual for Steve and then a Steve sitting next to you. Both of you live completely different lives.
yeah.
So my confidence is because I'm unique and I'm healed and I accept who I am. And I've been breaking bonds and
Okay,
chain.
good. Good deal. So
Yeah.
tell us about your book. What is the name of your book, and is it about everything that you just said?
So my book is called I Am My Chakras. It is based around starting at the basics of the energy centers. So chakra actually is a Sanskrit word for wheel of energy. There are 7 main chakras within your body, each one of them correlating to specific parts of your life, energetically, mentally, and physically. So if you have, let's say you don't have enough food and you're constantly trying to find food and you feel unsafe and you don't even know where you're going to live in the next couple days, that would indicate that you have an imbalanced root chakra, because your root chakra is your most dense. It is the red chakra, and it deals with earthly stability. So what I teach in the book is the basis of how words, thoughts, colors impact you every single day. The vibrations, because these chakras are set at specific vibrations, each one getting a little higher. And if they are knocked, let's say a bad word comes in and it knocks you, you said, oh, you're a fail again. That one's going to knock out that chakra, and it's either going to make it go underactive or overactive, meaning it's going to be bigger or smaller. And when one is smaller, one has to be bigger to overcompensate for the imbalance. So we have a whole plethora of issues. So I teach in this book the placements, the colors, the affirmations, and how it works. It's very simple. It's not like it's an in-depth therapy book. It's about 20 pages long, and I originally created it for children. But as I began to go through the final publishing, I thought, well, why would it be for children? I understand starting the subconscious mind at the very beginning with these thoughts and foundations like I do with my children. But what about those adults that don't understand and are first figuring it out? This book is for everybody, simply starting out. And then there's going to be more that get into using your mind and manifesting and being able to control the energy so that you can be able, your intent is everything. So whether you see that energy or not, your intent of being able to heal something, it will just happen. It's just how it works, just like our manifesting.
So you
So
mentioned something about past lives. Do you feel like you've lived several lives?
I do. Yes, as an old soul, I believe I have lived many. Now, how many, I don't know. I've never really gotten there. But
You mean like
there
10s
are
or
things that have
hundreds
happened
or
to me in my
thousands
life.
or what?
Oh, no. I'm thinking more like, well, the number 8's coming to me right now. So I would say probably 8.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. I believe I was also a male in another life more than once. So, I mean, we reincarnate in different sexes, if you will, different genders. And normally, if you do reincarnate, you reincarnate to the same generational line. So let's say my daughter, okay, so my biological mother died 2 years after I met her. That was one of the biggest closure pieces I had to my life. 23 years, never heard or saw her. I met her. The biggest bond was there. She loved me exactly for who I was, never had a second of doubt. And then she died
Wow.
right after that. So, but I got pregnant 4 months later. So in order for a soul to come back to the same generation, they have to have obviously died. They don't just enter. I don't believe they just enter into another body. So when my daughter was born 11 months later, I believe that my daughter is reincarnation of my mother. And I say that because she is highly intuitive, and my mother was also very gifted.
Mhm.
And my sister that I met also when I met my mother sees nothing but my mother in that child. So I believe that my daughter is my mother.
Wow.
And I'm
So
giving
does
her a
she
better
believe
life
that
than she had.
also? Does your daughter believe that also?
I don't know. She does speak of things from another life that I am like, that didn't happen this life, honey. She's like, oh, but it did. I'm like,
Yeah.
no. But my son firmly believes it, and he's 10. He says, Mom, I just know. I just know. I'm like, okay. I'm not teaching them this stuff to sound crazy. I'm like, they actually believe it because that's what their mind is open to receiving. So,
Yeah.
oh man.
So do you also do tarot readings?
I do not do tarot readings. No, I do oracle card readings. And one of my favorite deck that I do most of my readings from is from Doreen Virtue. She actually used to be a widely known angel therapist, if you
Yeah.
will. She
Yeah.
communicated with the angel. Okay, so you know her?
Oh,
Yeah, and then recently, the last couple of years, she decided that this was not the path that she was going to follow anymore, and she has started to write books about her newfound faith in Christianity, which good on her for moving her awareness. But this deck right here, messages from your angels, angels,
Angles?
from your angels, messages from your angels. They provide messages from different angles, direction, guidance, peace, love, and they rather than tarot cards telling you what's happening right now, these cards, I believe, from the experience, guide you. They guide you from what you're feeling right now, to this is your next step. This is what you need to be doing now. This is what could happen if you're going to be doing this. Tarot cards more or less read what's happening right here and don't give you a lot of future reading. At least I don't feel they do. Doreen Virtue's book. Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you do these readings online for people? Or does that have
Oh,
to
I
be
do. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So
would I be
through my
putting you
website.
would I be putting you on the spot if I ask you to do a reading for me, or would that be totally out of sync with whatever
No.
process you go through?
No, sir, it's not. So what I'm intuitively guided by information that comes in. I don't need to know anything about you. Most people are like, well, you need my birth date, you need my picture. I'm like, I really don't, because it's not coming from me. When I do these readings, I'm intuitively doing it, meaning that my psychic gifts are open and the channeling from the other side comes through and it spits out to you. It has nothing to do with me. I am simply the messenger. I am the pipe between two worlds. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay. So like, well, you need my picture. I'm like, I really don't. I don't need to know what you look like. It doesn't do anything for me. So would you like it right now?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Give it a little bit of a shuffle. I pray over them and I ask that the angels and the guides come in that are yours. And then we will converse and they'll give me a number, whether it's 3 to 6 cards, and then the messages will be in the cards. Ready?
Mhm.
Okay.
Sure.
Your father passed away?
Mhm. A long time ago.
Older man.
How old was I? I think I
No,
was,
an older man showed up.
oh, okay. I think I was maybe in my 40, 45, maybe something like that.
Okay. Yeah, so what I have is I have separate rooms in my mind where I use Archangel Michael to protect the energy, because I've got healing rooms, reading rooms, and then I also have healing, reading, cleansing rooms. Anyways, the doorways are protected with Archangel Michael. Only love and light is allowed to come in there. So when I call in the guards and the angels for you to do this reading, I bring in Archangel Michael to block the door. And then anyone that is correlated with you, either a message or wants to be a part of this reading, they come into this room. There's a giant round table, and I put your picture there. And then they start coming in. And an older man came up on the left side and then kind of stood by the table. When I have them pick the cards, I kind of throw them, fly them around the room. So sometimes I gotta go pick one up.
Okay.
All right, so I got 5 cards for you. Okay. Are you currently married?
No.
Okay. I feel like you want to be. Do you have some type of romantic connection, maybe?
No.
Maybe not marriage, but a romantic connection. So I got never.
Oh, I have, but I'm not at the moment.
Okay. So the first one I've got is Daniel, the angel of marriage. I'm assisting you right now. So marriage doesn't exactly have to do with specific, let's get married, here's a ring. It has to do with conjoining relationships, mending relationships. A broken bond. I don't know if you were married in the past, but I feel like there might be some things that were not closure, solidified, taken care of, healed. Maybe a little bit of regret or guilt. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm seeing a tethered cord. So basically between two people, there's a cord, like a rope, if you will. And it's a big rope, but right in the middle, it's very frayed. It's like right on the end of busting, whether it's busting to like, we're done and we just need to fix this, or someone's going to lose their temper. Something's going to happen where the two of you are going to have to come head to head and actually communicate. If that resonates with you, be on the lookout. Keep your temper under control. I think it's a misunderstanding for the most part. Two different feelings, two different conflicting outlooks of an idea or a belief. Does that resonate with you?
It does. It does.
Yes. Okay. Okay. And really when I give you this message, you're going to intuitively pick up the answers for your own self. Okay. I don't usually read them wrong, but but you're going to understand what this person or what this angel is saying to you. All right. So Bethany, take care of yourself. Do you feel as if you neglect yourself? Do you put others first? Do you go out on walks? Do you go buy yourself something to make you happy? Do you relax? Do you do self-care?
I do it a lot better than I used to.
That's good. I think that you need to go take a little bit of time, maybe after this meeting, sensing that there's something probably weighing you down. And I would say it's probably coming from this situation, whatever's boggling on your mind. You might need a little bit of just you time to think. What is it that you want, how you want to approach this, how you want to deal with this. Archangel Michael, ooh, this one, changes. Whatever changes that you're looking to make in your life, whether it's moving, a job, a personal change, a mental change, a relationship change, it doesn't matter. Your changes are going to be guided gently, intuitively, lovingly by Archangel Michael. I don't know if you communicate with angels, but Archangel Michael is making himself known. He's a very powerful archangel. And when they come through on the decks, I stand back in awe because this is a big message. And this is normally one of those ones where you go, oh, hey, let's stop and listen, because he took the time to come through in the cards to tell you something. So he's saying whatever changes that you are wanting in your life, just realize he's going to give you the courage. Stand back, relax, Let him take charge. Follow your intuition. Listen to your guidance. Don't make any choices that don't fit you and your plans. Don't do it out of someone else. Take care of yourself. Put yourself first. Know your boundaries. Tell him when something bothers you, worries you. He will take control of it. If you have ever worked with angels, you know that you don't have to worry anymore. It is simply, hey, I need this. And that's how I talk to them. Hey, can you help me with this? And whoop, there it is. It always arrives. So Archangel Michael, giving you the courage to make the changes, whatever those are. I don't know. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
It does.
Okay. Oh man, look at this one. So the next one's Celeste. She's talking about a happy move or a place of employment. So I don't know, again, if you're not looking to move, make some type of change in your home, there's a positive energy. With this change, again, always ask Archangel Michael to take over, make him make the plans fall into place for you. This move is going to bring in some good energy, some changes, some happiness. There's probably a bit of a weight. I'm feeling like you need something new. When this new comes in, it's going to be happy, peaceful. You're going to be able to relax and enjoy your life. Maybe have a little less stress. Divine flow. Allow what happens come to you. Don't try to control it. Don't decide you need this to be happy. Allow what's meant for you to come in, because when we try to decide we need this and we have that energy of fear-based and we need to control it, we end up blocking the plans we already had set for ourselves long before we came to Earth. Divine flow, asking your angels to help you, allows you to usher in exactly what is meant for you. Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
Okay, so this is kind of an exciting one. I feel like this is soon, and I don't want to be vague. Sometime this summer, something's happening for you, this change. And it's going to be a good change. I don't know if you worry about needing good changes. I don't know what it is. I mean, it could be a new home. It could be a new job. Could be a new car. It could be a new podcast. Could be meeting somebody. I don't know. All I know is this movement, this shift of energy is going to create some more happiness and success. And you deserve it. I definitely feel you deserve it. Mystique. Ooh. Yeah, look at all these. These are really good. Okay, so Mystique. This is a beautiful horse, by the way. Keep moving forward. Please don't let doubts and worry fill your mind. Again, we have Archangel Michael who will take your doubts and your worry. Allow Archangel Michael to take your worries off of your shoulders and your mind, because remember, what we worry about, we create more of by manifesting. Don't take no for an answer. If you feel intuitively that it is for you, you move forward and you decide that this is what you want. Don't let anybody else tell you no. Just like you asked me about my confidence. Where did I get that? Well, this is how I got it, because I didn't want anybody telling me no. This is my life. This is what I'm doing. Sorry that you have an opinion, but thank you. I'm moving forward. So expect beautiful things to happen for you. Again, that divine flow. When you move forward and you just let it happen, let the angels take charge. Speak to the angels like you would a friend. Hey, do you mind doing this for me? They have to have you acknowledge their existence in order to take charge. So do what you feel is right for you, intuitively guided. You're going to have that feeling of, yes, I should do this, or no, don't you do that. Don't touch me. No, that's not happening. You are going to find that miracles happen where everything lines up perfectly. Situations come to you that out of the blue, kind of like this situation, Steve. I do want you to understand that this is my second podcast ever.
Okay.
I have not done a lot of these, and I have always wanted to speak. And here I am ushering in that energy because of my divine flow. I decided I'm not going to keep pushing anymore for things. I'm just going to let it happen. And here we are. So now we have relationship. There's a bond. There's something going on that I believe is going to come to a head. Be aware of communication issues, whether it's you or someone else. Come from a point of love. And then I would say that maybe before that situation, maybe today, or maybe it'll happen. Maybe you need to take care of yourself after it happens. Realize that you are not wrong in your feelings and your thoughts, your answers, your direction, your beliefs. You are perfectly at power to believe and feel the way you do, just like they do. What needs to happen between people, and we forget, is that there needs to be an honor of those feelings. I honor the fact that you feel this way, and I apologize for that. I never meant any harm, but here's what I feel. Can we come to a point where this is common ground? We all live in our own realities. Move on from there. And I believe it will be fixed. And then Archangel Michael, give him up all of your worries and your cares, and he will take care of it. He's going to help you through all of that. Celeste, happy move. This is going to enter in a lot of good energy for you, whatever those changes are that you're looking for. And then Mystique, follow your intuition. Don't take no for an answer. Good's going to come. It has to come, because when you're in alignment of following your intuition, you cannot mess up. You can't fail at being you. And that intuition is your little beacon, your tracker. It tells you where to go to live your life. It tells you what to go after and how to live in order for you to have your passions, to live out your purpose, and to become successful. If we don't follow our intuition, that's where our depression, anxiety, and imbalances of energies come, because we're not living our authentic self. Oh my goodness. Okay, so how did you like that?
I love that. I love that.
Did you? Okay.
We'll definitely keep that in mind. Wonderful.
Oh, I'll send you the pictures when I'm done. Well, you're welcome.
Okay, sure. I love your energy. I really do. I love your energy.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you so much.
tell us about your website. I know you have a website.
Yes. Okay, so my website is Journey to Yahweh. And it's considered the journey to I am. I leave a specific description as to why I chose Journey to Yahweh, and it explains why we go to the soul and our limiting beliefs and how we can control our conscious reality and the subconscious mind. I also have a little blurb about me, because normally when you, psychic medium for the longest time had the worst reputation because of scams and whatnot. So I do my best to put author, healer, psychic medium, and then I describe myself so people feel a little more comfortable. Just like these speaking engagements, people get to see my energy and know me from me, and have a little bit more comfort entering into my space. I have a tab for readings, healings, and whatnot. I do specific subconscious healing, so removing of limiting beliefs and working with creator, my God, if you will, source energy. And then I do card readings like this. And then I also do psychic medium work, where if someone wants to talk to someone who's passed on, I'll channel them in. If they want to show up, I never demand it. They'll show up if they want to speak. And then I also started a coaching class. And this coaching class is designed to take you from the very basics of what is a chakra, how does energy work, what's an affirmation, what's the subconscious mind, to teaching you the basics. And then each module is broken down into depth of each one of those questions. What is energy? And then I show you how to meditate. I teach you how to see or move energy. I teach you the chakras and the aura, and all the way down to the last module of what is the subconscious mind and how do we remove these limiting beliefs. So my goal is to teach you from having no idea or how to even fix your lost self to being someone that can heal yourself in an instant by yourself. My goal is to not control your healing, but rather teach you so that you can heal yourself and heal the next person. I also have testimonials, I believe, and then a contact page. So if you contact me, I decided intuitively, I felt like my book was a gift. It was amazing for me at 5 years old to even manifest writing a book. And here I am, I'm 31 now, and I wrote my first book. So I'm going to give it away as a gift. So if you sign up down at the bottom to contact me, there's a download link and you'll get my copy of the book. Vibrant colors and very easy to read. It's actually something fun to read to children. And I've got my own kids that love it too. So
very good.
It's pretty
good.
simple.
Yeah. Now, something got my attention on your website. You mentioned that you can be called by many labels, and one of those things you listed was a devil worshiper. Was that a joke?
Nope, it was not a joke. Oh
So,
no, I'm not a devil worshiper, not at all. I probably need to change that if you took it that way. No, so my family decided that they would label me as a devil worshiper
yeah,
without actually getting to know me. So
yeah,
I put it as a sarcastic joke because that's my
I
personality.
figured you
But
did.
so I guess if you took it as that, I better like put quotations or something, because I've been called lots of names that are nothing like me. But people are too scared to, or egotistical, if you will, judgmental to
Yeah,
get to know me from me. And then I'm left going, oh, I just want to love you. I just want to teach you love. I just want to show you what love is. And here you are pushing me away. But that's okay because that's serving their soul's ascension right now. So no, I'm not a devil worshiper. Let's make that clear.
okay,
I very
very
much
good.
work with Jesus, and I have seen him myself. So don't worry.
Okay. Now, do you also do Reiki? I know a lot of mediums do Reiki healings. Do you do that?
So I do, but the thing is, that's what I started out as. And when I was searching for my truth, I knew there was something more to healing. Reiki is surface. Reiki heals the chakras. It goes through the physical, mental, and emotional. It does heal over time, but what I do is instant. And it's hard for you to understand unless you experience it through muscle testing. So theta healing from Vajana Steibel, the modality of theta healing is done in an instant through the subconscious mind in the theta brainwave. Very different, vastly different from Reiki. Still energy work, but I'm making commands with the subconscious mind and changing your beliefs. And within a few days, you have a conscious reality that's different. You have physical ailments that disappear in a day. You have mental and emotional differences that you can notice consciously within a few hours if you're aware, very aware of your own body and your own thoughts, to about, and I say 3 to 5 days before you go, oh, wow, I don't do that anymore. I don't think that anymore. That's because we changed it. And it takes a minute for your conscious reality to become aware. It's not that it takes 3 to 5 days to work. It takes that time for you to be aware of the changes. So
Yeah.
yes, I did do Reiki, but it's not what I want to do anymore because it doesn't make the impact that I want to make with people. So not dissing it. It's just, I feel that I was led for something else and I moved myself into what I felt was my mission in life, my purpose.
Okay.
So
if someone wants to get in contact with you, what's the best way for them to do that?
So the best place would probably be my website, because I get an email and I check my emails every day. If they want to just chat with me with not putting their email through, because I understand some people probably don't want to put their information out. Instagram is where I have a lot of messages go through, a lot of places for me to meet with people. And I do a lot of my healings and readings through Instagram, and they'll book through my website, journeytoyahweh.com.
Okay.
And then the coaching program that I have is through a Calendly link in Instagram. And once you book a time with Calendly, it takes you to a landing page in my website and it introduces them to me in a more depth way. And then they get to see my full website and sign up for my free book and all of that. So
Okay. Very
I guess
good.
the best way would be the website.
Okay. Thank you very much,
Man.
Tessila, for being my guest. I've enjoyed talking to you. And thanks for the reading.
You're welcome, sir. I appreciate it. That was pretty nice to do, like right on the spot. It shows my talent, at least.
Yeah. Great.
I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you. And folks, thanks for tuning in to Holding On with Holder. Please subscribe to my channel. Feel free to share this video all over social media and be sure to go to Tesla's website, journeytoyahweh.com, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All righty. Well, thank you very much. I will let you go and you have a wonderful day.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.